Hey guys, what's going on? It's Liam here, and welcome to my third episode of this career mode endeavor with Southampton. And we're jumping right in here, and we're just simming through, because we really hadn't simmed at all lately, and trying to make it to our first game, our first match, which, as you can probably see, is up against Manchester City, which I'm quite terrified about. I can only hope that we do very well in this match. Probably not, though. But as you can see here, we get an offer for Luke Shaw, which I had seen in the comments in the last video that I should play him. And right here, I just offered a big counter offer because I was sure PSG would come back saying that he wasn't worth that much. And yeah, he looks like a very decent player, 59 overall, and I believe he's 17, which is quite good. He could definitely be a future star at this club, and obviously you see PSG come back and they say that they will not pay that much for him. And you know, we're simming right through, and Stoke City, obviously, Palacio demands for a trade offer, which I don't really know who Palacios is. I wish I did. But yeah, we're right here, and they say back that he can leave, and he is allowed to leave. And we're in our first match against Man City, and Dragovic, will he make his debut? Yes, he's already starting. And Southampton looks for a good finish for our first competitive match, you might say. And as you can see, it's in the rain. World-class Man City. I was quite scared for this, knowing how deep Man City's squad was and just how good they were in general. And I was actually pretty shocked to see Nastasic in there. If you know him from Calfreezy's career mode, he is a young center back that Manchester City has, and he looks to have very good potential, as he can reach up to, I think it's high 80s, which is quite nice. I maybe go try and pick him up, I don't know. But here it's just showing Dragovic's face, you know, showing that he is up for our club right now, and the deal has gone through, and we are ready to see him perform for us in place of our older center back that was there. And as you can see, I'm commentating over this, not live this time. This is the first, you know, when I'm just commentating straight over it. And there's Man City's lineup. It's just such a beast lineup. Company, Nastasic, Hadji, and just Dzeko, he's also a decent player, and Tevez, which I was pretty shocked to not see Aguero up there, unless he was transferred and I didn't see that. And there's our lineup, our little 4-3-3 false 9 with Maika on the left, Ramirez on the right, so he can cut in on that really beautiful left foot of his, and Rodriguez. And we're jumping right in, and here's the start of our first match, and we're just turning around with it here. But we can only hope that we get a positive result from this. And you see there, Man City's already off on the attack, starting some great passing into an open shot and parried away by our 35-year-old keeper, our beast. And they come right in with a header, and this goal made me very angry, or this chance that they had. A triple team tackle that took down Dzeko in the box, and I could not believe it. Here's Tevez, he comes up for the kick, and I go right, and he goes left, and he misses. Tevez misses a penalty wide. Never, I don't know if you'll ever see that. Tevez is a very clinical finisher, and Man City right back on the attack. And I'm just to tell you guys, not to spoil anything, but Southampton does not have very many attacks in this match, and there is that goal. They kind of deserved it, I guess, for Tevez missing that penalty prior to this, but look at this goal. A Dzeko long shot attempt that deflects straight to Carlos Tevez's chest, and he just slots it right into the bottom right corner for an easy finish. And now we are down 1-0. We're on our heels. We're looking to get one chance going, and still nothing really has happened for us. And there's the end of the half, ending 1-0. And at this point I was quite angry because I hadn't had enough attacks to just even like keep up with Man City. And I'm fairly sure it showed the possession. It was 60-40. It was a very tough match for us, but we fought through, and the awful pass there, not something you'd expect on world class. And Davies gets the ball, nice little pass to start up the attack here, and it's in Ramirez beats his defender, goes line, pushes, and this was actually a decent attack, I'm not going to lie. It was a very good attack, but again, they're strong, strong, strong defense. Just stops everything, every shot, every chance I had. They were really just, they wouldn't allow me to get into their 18. It was very hard, but great save by Davies there, and he clears it right to Prado, and we just could not retain possession in this match. It was all Man City, and a nice little shot there by Tevez, or Aguero, that goes wide. I don't know why it was coming off the bench, but we're going right back in here, trying to start up a nice little attack for ourselves. And, you know, these attacks right here, these were the one that I showed prior to this clip, and that were really my only two attacks. But a beautiful header from Rodriguez, right to Ramirez, onto his stronger left foot, and Joe Hart parries that away. That was, oh, that hurt for me right there. It was on Ramirez's left foot, his strong foot, and he just could not finish it. Joe Hart with a spectacular save. And that really was our only decent shot on target, well, so far. And you know, there's toying with me at the back here. Manchester City was so good at retaining possession this match. It was, and I obviously paused the game, and I, saw, a couple of my players seemed to be a little slow and needed a sub, and so I'm just looking through here and looking through my subs. I mean, we have pretty good depth on in this team, and obviously I see him looking through my subs, pretty good. But my reserves are filled with either quite old players or really young players that haven't really had a chance to play yet. And here it's the 86th minute. This is really our last chance, especially with only 4-minute halves. And we're pushing through, and Ramirez, beautiful beats, makes one defender fall into the other and across, and it's cleared. It's cleared. Oh, that was a killer. But Dragovic powers through, steals the ball, and goes right to Klein. Klein just pushes the ball up, and we're on the attack here. We're on attacking. A great pass to Lallana, and Lallana finishes. Oh, that was some goal. I stood up and cheered when I scored that goal. I mean, 90th minute, heartbreaker for Man City. But, well, hopefully, let's see if that 1-1 stays through all the way to the end of the game. And see we getting our subs in there. We didn't have any chance up to that. But a 1-1 end of the game. I'm going to spoil it. I'm sorry. I'm just too excited. But 1-1 against Man City. That's all I could really ask for this new side of mine. And, wow, what a match. Dominated by Man City. Just absolutely owning our entire squad. And they had a couple alright shots. I mean, it was a decent match. And, they're passing it around, and we get the nice, they shoot the ball wide. Carl Tevez, oh my god, that was so scary. Hitting off the post and going wide, and the match is over. 1-1, full time. And that was so nice. I mean, again, that's all I could ask for. Beautiful. I mean, our team played fairly well. Decent start for our squad, but wow. 1-1 draw against Man City, and they played spectacular. But one thing that I had noticed during this entire game was just Stephen Davies. I don't know, that right there. That just seems like something any keeper should be able to say. I don't know how he got a 9.8 there. But I just felt that some of his saves were lacking, just the skill of a good keeper. And so you'll see here, right off, after we get back from this game, I just had to, and I had to go right into my transfer, go to the transfer, just so, well, not really, I don't even know what I was trying to say there, but that's fine. We go right in, we're looking for a good keeper, and while I had heard about this guy, he's fairly young, he's a decent keeper, I think he's low 70s, yes, he is a great Italian keeper, but his potential, as I've heard, is spectacular. It is somewhere in the mid to high 80s. It's Liela, I think that is how you pronounce the name, don't quote me on that, I'm sorry if I mispronounce his name. But we're going right in and we're making an offer for him because I could not stand Davies. I don't know. I was gonna wait until the end of this season, or maybe even to the next transfer window, before I tried to even look at other keepers. But I was just, after seeing his performance there and just his age, 35 years old, I needed to try and look for a new keeper. And as you can see there, he had just signed with the team he was, I think Serie B team, and it said that he was only available for loan, or not available for loan. He wouldn't move. But this looks like the end, and thank you for sticking along. And please remember, comment, rate, subscribe, and throw in a couple likes there for my third video. And thank you all for your comments in the past video. But thank you for sticking along, and have a nice rest of your day.